Warning! The following podcast contains information that some viewers may find disturbing. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Welcome to Girls Night. I'm Andrea.
I'm Shauna.
And we are going to be telling quite a few stories. A lot of them short, one of them very long. I think we're going to start a series where basically we tell about places that we're not able to go to just because they're it's trespassing or if it's too far away or something. We might be able to go to them in the future though, but just for now, we're going to go over we're going to talk about it. Talk about it, talk about it, talk about it.
I want Mexican now.
I wanted Mexican last night. Oh my god.
I did too. Oh, strawberries for strawberry.
I know, right? So cute.
It's so perfect.
Oh, a little creepy. Oh, by the way, guys,
There's a door behind us. What? It sounded like knocking.
It did sound like knocking. So we're at an abandoned, haunted psych center. We thought it'd be a fun place to film. If you guys want to see I'll give them a view of the building.
27.
But first, we're going to start off with, how was your day? How was your week?
It was good. Overall, I would say it was really good. I out of everything that could have happened that didn't, relatively,
Good.
how was yours?
It was really good. Very busy.
Well, yeah, because you were getting ready for everything, and then I just was like, hi. You ever see those memes with, the friends who go on vacation? We go on vacation together, by the way. So the friends that go on vacation together, there's, the one who has, the itinerary and, stays up all night, and, she's planning everything, and she's, so adorable, blah, blah, blah. And then the one that just, shows up casually, I'm here. Yeah, hi, that's me. I'll be entertainment all day.
Mm-hmm.
Hence why I'm here. What's up? Party people. Just kidding. I'm not a partier. Don't.
So, we are going to be talking about Key West Cemetery in Florida. The cemetery is a whole 19 acres, and there's
Can I just say that, of course, it's fucking Florida? Can I just say that?
That's
really
exactly
quick?
what I was thinking.
Okay. Continue. So sorry.
No,
I just
don't
was
be sorry. The cemetery is a whole 19 acres, so it's pretty massive. And there are about 80,000 to 10,000 people buried there. It's pretty freaking massive.
Okay.
It was established in 1847. And it was rebuilt in the highest point in Key West after the original one on the beach side got swept away.
So let me get this straight. What you're saying is that there was the Key West Cemetery at this Higgs Beach.
At Higgs Beach, yes.
Okay, so then at Higgs Beach, it gets taken away by this hurricane on October 11th.
Mm-hmm.
1846, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
You
Okay.
have a great memory.
I'm trying. So if it gets taken out by this and it gets moved down, now you're telling me that they've moved this cemetery because it moved from the hurricane, so now they're moving this cemetery, so this cemetery has become where most of it moved to.
Key West Cemetery was
Okay.
So what graves and bodies they did find in caskets, they moved, and the ones that didn't get washed away, they moved up to the highest point in Key West.
Okay.
So now what's on Higgs Beach is African Cemetery. So they were 3 illegal slave ships, and they were intercepted by the U.S. Navy in 1860. The residents on Key West Beach showed like extreme kindness towards them, like towards the slaves and everybody, and they like sheltered them, gave them food and water and stuff, and tried to like help them with their injuries and whatnot, and basically try to save everybody. But unfortunately, like hundreds of the slaves died. Former
So
slaves.
even with all of the intervention from these awesome Key West locals who came and they sheltered them, gave them food, gave them water, and unfortunately
a lot of them did pass away. But
that sucks. That's really sad.
That's what the African cemetery is.
Ah, okay. So they bury. Oh,
Mhm.
they bury. Okay, so that's how it ended. Okay, so that's how we end up back at Higgs Beach, is because they got diverted there by the U.S. Navy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. So there is a little fun fact about this graveyard not too far away. It's called Sisters of St. Mary's Catholic Graveyard. Many sisters who devoted themselves to the convent are buried here, but one sister named Louise Gabrielle is said to have been seen at the grotto that she built near the cemetery. And she built it as basically a peace offering to, as she thought, make the hurricane stop. She was it was kind of like an offering, because she basically
So in her faith, that's what she believed. That was her God telling her.
Yeah, pretty much. She got like a divine message saying that if
Okay.
she makes that grotto, then the hurricanes will stop.
Right.
It is also rumored that a few babies that were associated with the sisters or the convent were buried in the cemetery. Buried in the cemetery. It is rumors though. We don't know for sure. And so they say they can hear like babies crying at night and stuff like that.
Damn.
Mhm.
What a beautiful day it's been.
It is. So back to Key West Cemetery. There are also rumors of a Bohemian woman wandering through the cemetery, almost like she's guarding or protecting it, and she'll only approach who she thinks is being disrespectful, and many people think that she is protecting the graveyards, because if anybody disrespects anything, like sits on the graves or like walks over the graveyard, like over where they're buried, then she'll come out and try to hurt people or get really angry, apparently. Her spirit does.
Rightfully so. Don't be disrespecting them graves.
Yeah, exactly. So some people have tried to approach her, and she would just vanish out of thin air when they do. Others have said that they heard her screaming.
Interesting. See, now this is where I wish we could like go check it out and just like see for ourselves. I would love to hear that. That'd be so
Seriously.
Cool. Just to like confirm it, or like be like, well, I didn't hear anything. I mean, also though, like, I don't foresee us like going and like disrespecting any graveyards though either. So it's like, it's a tough one, because it's like, I want to go and I want to hear it. I wouldn't either. So it's like, would we even hear or see said?
I wouldn't want to provoke her, to be honest.
But you think we'd still
I feel like she would put a bad omen on us or something.
That's what I'm saying. Like, like, how do you like? How would you confirm or deny this type of a claim without being like, I wouldn't, like, because I don't want to do that. No. But it's like, how do you, like, what do you do? Like, what do you do in that situation? Like, I wish. Give us ideas, I guess. I don't, like,
I guess she's
I'm just
off
curious.
Limits.
Yeah. Like, well, are there other things that can, like, be heard?
We can try to call out to her and be like, hey, we're just, here to see if you want to talk. But if not, then, sorry to bother you. But.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you're reading ahead.
Yeah.
So, another ghost story often mentioned is about a 12-year-old girl. Apparently, she calls out to people.
That's why we would go there, and that's what would happen. We would get lured because we wouldn't have to be disrespectful. We'd have some 12-year-old trying to fuck with us. She's
she
like,
would fuck with us.
They look like, you know,
They look
prime
like easy
material.
targets.
Yeah. Let's go for those two.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, if there's ever any ghost children that we want to like talk to, I would probably bring like a teddy bear or something, like a doll.
A toy.
Mm-hmm. And I would leave it too because obviously I don't want anything attached to it, and I feel like it'd be very disrespectful to offer something to a ghost and then take it.
And then take it.
So it'd probably have to be like an offering for some certain.
I feel like that's an invitation. Like that's like, here.
Exactly.
Like that gives me like Ted vibes.
I can't imagine, because a normal child would hate that. I can't imagine a ghost child. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you seriously taking away my toy?
You get Annabelle. You get 100%.
So basically, she will call out to people and lure them over to her grave, where people are usually left shocked and confused because obviously she disappears, and so many people think that she is trying to tell people something, but nobody ever knows what she's trying to say or do. So, yeah.
We should bring Ryan. She'll talk to him.
Florida trip.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop.
Check it out.
And like the basic paranormal activity is like people seeing orbs of light, shadows, and hearing voices, that kind of thing. So that is Key West Cemetery. And a cool thing about this place actually is they're known for many humorous people who lay to rest here. So basically they leave funny messages behind on their gravestones. Like one, for example, Edwina Lores. She is a devoted fan of Julio Iglesias.
Checks out, you know, them Iglesias.
Mm-hmm. BP Roberts. I told you I was sick.
That's funny.
Yup. Gloria M. Russell. I'm just resting my eyes. And also the famous gravestone of the real Sloppy Joe. His full name is Sloppy Joe Russell.
That checks out, man. Mm-hmm. I love that.
Yeah.
What an awesome random fact to know.
Exactly.
The real Sloppy Joe, yo, he's in Key West, laid to rest.
Uh-huh.
What?
But Sloppy Joe was known as a fishing guide and a famous Key West bartender. So he was a very beloved person.
I could use a beer.
Yes.
Well, not a beer, but like a mixed
like
drink.
a drink. Yeah. A cocktail would be nice.
We were both like, I don't drink beer, actually. Could you just make it as not beer like as possible? Thank you. That'd be fantastic. You're much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's fantastic.
This is the closest to beer we'll get.
Literally.
It looks like beer, but it's not.
Literally.
So other quotes on gravestones also include, I've always dreamed of owning a small place in the Key West.
For the ones who are like, what? They own the land they're buried in.
They own that little...
You're welcome.
6 foot
It's a
deep.
plot.
Another one.
If you're reading this, you desperately need a hobby. Ouch.
That one's funny. It's like a stab to us.
I was gonna say, the sad thing is that we're the assholes that would read that.
We need a new hobby.
I disagree.
We're gonna take a Reddit break, guys. So I was scrolling through Reddit, and I saw this text thread that the woman posted about her crazy now ex, thank fucking God.
It's never a good sign.
He had short man syndrome, and he was upset with her that she wore heels to the date that they were on. I mean, you should be upset with yourself for being that insecure.
Thank you. That is beautifully said, because I'm just like...
Because honestly, girl, wear your heels.
Yes. Like,
Love
what
it.
do you mean? Like, if someone, a beautiful woman, I would presume, shows up, any woman shows up, and she's wearing heels, and she's feeling good about herself, and she's going out on a date with you, giving you a chance, And the only thing you can think about is, well, she wore heels and it makes me feel short.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, we got different things to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm gonna get into it. I'll read what she posted with the pictures because she posted the text threads. So yeah, she
Love
posted
that.
pictures of the text, and so what she said about this is, so I, 19 female, was dating this guy, 26 male, for a few months. He was the same height as me, maybe a half inch shorter, but honestly, I didn't really care. I loved wearing heels when I go out because they make me feel confident, and I don't think height should matter in a relationship, which it shouldn't, obviously.
Yeah.
So
all of that's checking out.
Exactly.
That's exactly what I just said. Like, if you feel confident and beautiful and you're going out and you're giving this man a chance, like that makes no sense. And you're telling me it's literally half an inch?
Like,
like I wish that we had enough of a following for me to be like, let us pool together and buy this man some 1-inch heel platform shoes or some shit that they wear over anywhere. Like, I'm sure there's plenty of people who could tell him about it, because
if he's that insecure about it,
that is the wrong thing to be upset about. Like, what, did she say something about it?
No, he was the one who came up to her out of fucking nowhere. So, okay. So anyway, last weekend we went to a party my friend invited us to, and I wore heels. The whole night he was super quiet and moody, barely talked to me. On the way home, he straight up told me he hates when I wear heels because it makes me taller than him and it emasculates him.
Okay, the only one, he's emasculating himself for putting height on masculinity. Like,
exactly.
No offense, also, if you are gonna get so upset over your girl wearing heels, that relationship was not gonna survive anyway. Like, I'm so glad, like you said, rightfully
exactly.
so, absolutely.
She
good
dodged
thing.
a bullet. Like, she dodged a bullet for sure. Because I can't imagine what else he would get mad over. He's such a baby.
Yeah, no,
How
clearly.
can you be mad because somebody's taller than you? That's literally like being back in freaking kindergarten. Like,
yeah. Really, like, it's not something that you can control. Like, she can't control that you're shorter. Like, I don't.
And if
you can control that you don't date someone taller than you, so why did you even go out with her in the first place then? If that was like, if you're even worried about it, date someone way shorter than you. Shouldn't be allowed to date. No, I'm kidding. But like what?
I mean, he shouldn't be allowed to date, honestly.
Until he learns to be, like, respectful. Because, like, I don't think that you get to just be like, oh, like, you're half an inch taller than me already, and now you're wearing heels, and that makes me feel bad, so you can't do that. Like, controlling much?
Yeah.
Red flag alert.
So, he literally said it makes him feel like less of a man being with me. I laughed it off, at first awkwardly, but then he goes, I don't think this is gonna work. I need someone more feminine. Then he actually broke up with me over it. He dropped me home, didn't say goodbye or kiss me, and sped off as I was shutting the door. Like, he dumped me because I was taller than him in heels.
Wait, whoa. He said she wasn't feminine enough. Why?
Makes no sense.
Why? Wait, but, like, wearing heels is, like, I don't understand how that makes her any less feminine. Like, I'm confused as to how her wearing heels equals.
Wouldn't you think that would make you more feminine? Again, immature and obviously insecure.
Yeah, that's just crazy because, like, I feel like that's, like, two different extremes. Okay, so, like, you can't wear the heels because you're going to be taller than me and that emasculates me, but also you're not feminine enough. What does that even mean? Like, clearly, like, his idea of masculinity and femininity is, like, some crazy thing that I've never heard of, some revelation of sorts, because what?
I don't even want to know how this man's brain works.
Right? Like,
then he basically crashes out on me over text later on in the night. I don't have a lot of dating experience, so I don't know if this is normal or not, to be honest. No.
not
Run.
normal.
Don't ever accept any treatment like this. That is horrid. I'm gonna get into the text now.
Do you want me to read as, like, the dude? And you can read as OP?
Yeah, if you want to, that'd be awesome. I'm still so confused. Can we just talk? I never meant to offend you. I just really like the heels and I wanted to look good at the party. I'm sorry.
Don't chat me, man.
What? Don't chat me, man.
Hold on. Let me...
What does that even mean?
What the fuck?
Mean?
Don't chat me, man. You're embarrassing to be around. And even now, I'm not with you and you're still embarrassing. Do you realize what you've done? Question mark. I gave you everything and you threw it back in my face. When you're actually old enough and mature, you will remember this time and realize you fucked up.
I just wore heels though. I don't mean that to be hostile, just literally confused. Seems like you flipped out so quick and now I'm just feeling really confused.
Bitch. You're too masculine for me, and I deserve better. I'm high value. You are still a child and finding your way in life. It's not your fault. I understand. You aren't very conscious and have baby brain. Obviously, I have a high value network, okay, because that's what we say. And when I'm around big people, okay, big people, not little people.
Not you normies.
Just big people,
Plebeians.
not little people, who I can network with and elevate my business and future. I need someone who shows me off and compliments me. Makes me look good in front of others. You're not that. Don't message me ever again.
I think I need this.
What? Smoke break. Love you guys. If there is anyone, hopefully.
I'm hoping so. If not, you should come to our channel and smoke with us.
You should subscribe and like and totally comment.
Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button.
What she said.
Comment smash in the comment section.
Don't do that. I do not support that. And now we're back.
This one's just a rough one. I don't normally do extremely gruesome stories like this because obviously it's disgusting. It makes my stomach curdle. I don't like learning about stuff like that. It's repulsive. But I figured this one was worth mentioning because of how crazy it is. And it's a huge part of the graveyard, which is why I felt like it was worth mentioning. So here.
Elena's story.
Elena, I think.
Right. Where did it take place? In Florida?
Key West, Florida.
Yeah, I feel like Elena would be appropriate.
Elena's story is a really tragic one. Possibly the most gruesome tale to come from the cemetery. She was born on July 31st, 1909, a Cuban-American woman known to be a local beauty in the Key West, Florida. So many men worshipped her, and especially Karl Tanzler, who's also known as Count Karl von Cassel, born February 8th, 1877.
We're going to continue now and go on about Elena's married life. She was married to a man named Luis Mesa, and they attempted having kids, but unfortunately, she had a miscarriage, and he soon left her. So yeah, he left and he moved to Miami.
So on April 22nd, 1930, Elena got sick with tuberculosis, and she was taken in by her mom to see Carl, unfortunately. And he was a radiology technologist who was born in Germany and moved to America. He was infatuated with her, believing he saw her in multiple visions and was dead set on them being together. Despite knowing she was married, and was never interested in pursuing anything, he continued to shower her in gifts and confess his love to her, basically. He promised to cure her of her tuberculosis, and and they continued treatments for her. So for the next year and a half, they continued treatments, and unfortunately, she passed away in her parents' house, October 25th, 1931. Carl asked permission to pay for her funeral, and he even upgraded her to have an above-ground mausoleum where he visited her literally every single night. One day in April 1933, he came back to her grave with a wagon, took her from her resting place, and dragged her back home in the wagon. He believed her spirit was visiting him while he sat at her grave, telling her to take her from her grave so they could be together. When he got back home with her, he dressed her, basically treating her like she was still alive. He would dance in the living room with her and stuff, and kind of like talk to her and play music to her and like sing to her and all this stuff. And to keep her body together, he had to attach her bones with wire.
No, he didn't.
And
that's nasty.
He attached glass eyes to her face, would mend her skin with silk cloth that was soaked in wax and plaster of Paris. I honestly don't know what plaster of Paris is.
Are you serious? Okay, well, so plaster of Paris is basically like when we do paper mache.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this man is literally like paper macheing her back together using like the same like materials that you would use for like drywall and evidently silk.
Yeah. Not only that, but he would place wigs on her, stuffed her body with rags to keep the corpse's shape, adorned her with jewelry, stockings, gloves, and a dress, and would constantly douse her in perfumes for reasons you can imagine. And he would keep the body in his bed next to him every night. Sometime in October 1940, Elena's sister Florinda. That's really pretty. Heard rumors of Carl sleeping with a corpse, and somebody mentioned seeing him in his living room window dancing with the corpse. After this, the mentioning of him being seen with the corpse, she confronted him and then continued to contact police, who then searched his home and found the body.
Rightfully so.
7 years after it was stolen from its resting place. It was in his house for 7 fucking years.
That's crazy. Like, okay, so like I could see how he would get away with it, but since like he would be the only person like, you know, like visiting her mausoleum, etc., etc., etc. So like I could see that being like a possibility, but like 7 years, that's a long time. I wonder if like her family or like friends or anybody visited her mausoleum while whilst her body was not there.
Yeah.
Because like how would you know? Because it's a mausoleum.
He stood trial for wantonly and maliciously destroying a grave and removing a body without authorization.
Wantonly and maliciously destroying a grave. What?
And after the hearing on October 9th, 1940, Carl was held to answer on the charge, but the case was eventually dropped for the crime had expired due to the statute of limitations. So, I don't know what fucking friends he has in the court system, but it's just, and it gets even worse, because, okay, so, after they discovered the body in his house, they, physicians and pathologists examined her body and temporarily put her on display at the Dean Lopez Funeral Home.
What the freak?
I think that's really disrespectful, to be honest.
Okay, so not only was she basically like, okay, so she was put to her final resting place, and then you disturbed that. So you disturbed her resting place. Super fucked up. That is already fucked up. Then for 7 years, you do the most disgustingly grotesque things, like the most inhumane things you can think, to her desecrated now body. And then you proceed to put her on display.
I honestly don't understand why.
I don't understand. Like, why would you not want to put her at rest? Put her to peace and rest.
Well, they
What?
did eventually.
Eventually, what? Right away.
These two little tidbits coming up is what I was like. It's just everything, honestly. But it's just icing on the cake right here. So basically, her body was returned to the Key West Cemetery and to prevent any further tampering. What they did was dismember her and place her in a metal box, and then put her in a secret location at an unmarked gravesite in Key West Cemetery.
Okay.
So that way this motherfucker wouldn't find her again.
Why would you just cremate her?
I was asking, why the fuck don't you just keep the motherfucker that did this in prison?
That
so
too,
maybe
that
it
works.
doesn't happen again.
But again, why can't we just cremate her and put her at peace?
I don't know if they did cremating that early on.
Oh.
I don't know if I...
Like a Viking
I'm not
send-off.
educated on that. And then, the story about all this grew so large in the media that people actually sympathized with Carl, saying that he was an eccentric romantic type.
2 physicians she's about to tell us about. 2, because these motherfuckers also is
These are
conspiring with someone and something.
These people actually tried to do right with Elena.
Okay. It's about fucking time.
So,
how many fucking decades later?
Actually, well, after the story got around and everything, I don't know all of the details, but basically 30 years later, two physicians wanted to examine her again. So they, I think, unearthed her and examined her again. And what they found was a tube in her private parts.
Oh, God.
And it is, as they say, not solid evidence because there were no pictures of it or anything, but they did try to bring it to trial, and it was shut down because of how far into the future it was, because it was 30 years after.
3 decades. That's insane. Like, who... Oh, my God. That's so frustrating. I can see where the frustration and why you took so many breaks, because
so I'm gonna
that's
exactly. So
insane.
I'm gonna say allegedly, but I wouldn't fucking doubt it. I honestly wouldn't doubt it, but for, whatever reasons, I'm gonna say allegedly, but we all know.
If you know, you know.
Poor Elena. I honestly hope that her soul is put to rest after, having a new place. Because if you look at it in the best way you can, at least she's not at the mausoleum anymore that he paid for. She is in her own spot.
Crazy stuff, man. We gotta try to lighten this shit up, because
I know.
This is insane. These donuts aren't half bad now that I'm...
Okay, so earlier you were so upset about... So we wanted apple cider donuts. They didn't have apple cider donuts.
It was on display!
So we were like, okay, that's fine. Then
That's fine.
That's fine. And so we wanted chocolate donuts, and they were like, okay, yeah, sure. So come on up.
No.
It.
We asked.
Oh, we
okay,
did.
well, do you have?
We did ask.
And I quote, do you have enough to do honey dip and just chocolate glaze? And he goes, yes, I do.
He did say
I
yes.
sure do. He said, yes, I do. I sure do. That's what he said, okay? So then, and I'm going to tell this story. Okay. So then we pull up, okay, because, but then that's not even it either. So then I was like, oh, okay, so, do you have, like, apple cider, like, the hot apple cider? Because, like, usually Tim Hortons, like, offers that seasonally, and when they have the pumpkin, you have the apple. You see the apple cider donuts, I was like, hey, so do you have apple cider? And he was like, the hot stuff? And I was like, yeah, that'd be the one. He was like, nope. And I was like, cool. Okay, well then I'll get whatever I get. I got a matcha latte, but a iced matcha latte. And so she got her little cold brew, pumpkin cold brew. We pull up to the window. He's all like, it's gonna be 13, whatever the fuck. I give him 14. And then he proceeds to tell me, by the way, we don't have chocolate. Sir, I don't want the dang donuts anymore. Tell me how much. You take my money. You take my money. And then you tell me, by the way, we sure don't got those. I said, I sure don't want them, but you sure still do have my money.
I think they're pretty good, but I'm sorry for your loss.
So any Hoosers, I didn't say anything. She was all like, it's fine. And I was all like, I want my money back. This is ridiculous.
I gotta contain the chihuahua in the passenger seat.
This is ridiculous. Do you not know who I am? I am passenger queen. So, needless to say, thank God I have snickerdoodles. Y'all ain't the official sponsor and nothing, because y'all officially the only thing you sponsored was my anger today, and that will be all.
Rant over.
So any Hoosers, on a more light, positive note, motherfuckers must be having more Timbits, because I'm sick of it. Making me eat honey dip.
That's all for tonight, guys, on Girls Night Podcast, and we'll see you later.
Make sure you join us next time.